I'm in love with these brown boho braids I did on myself. They are so beautiful, and in this video I'm going to show you how I did it. I used 4 bundles of this 18-inch deep wave hair from Aliexpress. I ordered 2 of the color 4, 1 color 2, and 1 of the natural color. This is the hair after it's been washed and air dried. The one in the middle I bleached using the bleach bath method. It's not as light as I wanted it, but that's okay because I love the results in the end. The color number 2 is on the left and the color number 4 is on the right. I use the Expressions pre-stretched braiding hair in 42 inches. I have 2 packs in the color 430 and 1 pack of the color number 2. This is my braid setup. I'm using a braid rack, which, trust me, you're going to want to use a braid rack if you plan on doing this style. It saves so much time and keeps you organized. I'm using Shining Jam for my parts, Blue Magic grease for moisturizing, and oil for my scalp. When I do my own hair, I do a free parting instead of the boxes. This is so much easier for me because it doesn't have to be as perfect. So I start by dividing my hair into 3 large sections, and then I part the C shapes as I go along the head. I did the back 2 rows first to get the hang of the technique, and now I'm going to show you how I do the braids. I already added the Shine and Jam to the part, and I'm basically just going to braid 1 time and then start adding in the braiding hair, little pieces at a time. I'm starting with the color number 2 at the top because I'm going for an ombre look. So I start with the 2 and then I add the lighter pieces as I go further down. So I added 3 pieces of the braiding hair first, and then I go in with the curly piece. So I did like the ombre effect with the braiding hair, but with the curly pieces, I used random colors throughout. So I used some of the lighter pieces at the top, some at the bottom. I used the black pieces at the top and at the bottom as well. But I used most of the brown and some black just to give the hair some dimension. So you see I added in the curly hair here, and I'm just braiding it down like 3 times, and then I move the curls out the way. And on my real hair, I'm using some of the Shining Jam on the ends just to make sure that the ends are laying good. So to add the hair, I usually put the end in the middle section, and then I just start braiding, and I'll braid down about like 3 times, and then I'll move the curly piece out to the side and then just continue braiding down. So for the end piece, I add the hair in, and then I'm just going to keep braiding all the way down. I'm not going to take the curly hair out and move it to the side. Just continue braiding all the way down. So once I braid down to the end where there's a little bit of braiding hair left, I'm going to take a tiny piece of the curly hair off of it, and I'm going to add some of the braiding gel to it just to make it a little stiff. And then I'm going to wrap it around the whole section a few times, and then I'm going to knot it off a few times as well. I then add some nail glue. I like to use the brush-on nail glue just because it's less messy. And then I continue to wrap the hair around and around over the glue until you get to the end of the hair. Apply a little bit more of the glue just to finish it off. Then I'm going to roll it in between my fingers. And then we're going to cut off that braiding hair. And then voila, you're done with the braid. Now I'm going to go in and just cut off all the little flyaways that you see throughout the braid. Alright, so now it is the next day. I am on the last braid. I'm showing you how I add the curly pieces at the top of my head. So I divide my hair into 3 sections and immediately go in with the curly piece right at the beginning of the braid so that the curl can start at the top. And then I'm going to braid it down about 2 or 3 times and then move the curly piece out of the way. I then go in with the braiding hair and continue braiding down as normal. And here are the final results. I did wet it and put some mousse in it just to define the curls. And you can see the different colors and dimension of the hair was what I was going for. So that it's not just all one color. I like to have like highlights and lowlights. And you can really see how bomb this color is, y'all. I did go in and cut it a little bit and cut some layers. I want to make a separate video on how I cut those layers in it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I have much more hair tutorials coming. And make sure you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you think it was helpful. And follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. I'll have that linked below. I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching.